What's up, guys? So I just want to give my thoughts on NBA 2K17. Last year, NBA game was a really big hit with me. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. Didn't like the story in my career, but it was a lot of fun, and I can honestly say that that was my favorite NBA game to date. Before that, it was NBA 13, which was a lot of fun. Um, but this game is honestly, to me, a downgrade. It is not as good as last year's title. The story in my career is a lot better, but just the fact that, I mean, 2K has gone up in prices, and it's such a grind to earn VC in all the NBA games. Um, and it is just the biggest grind ever in this game. You start off with your stats, they're terrible, and you do not play good for a good while, especially if you're a casual fan like me. It is just terrible. I had to up the difficulty because the game was too easy on the second difficulty, so I'm playing at the third. I don't know what it's called, but I think it's called Pro. No, it's All-Star. I have to play on All-Star to get some enjoyment out of this game, just to have a game that is close, but I still get frustrated very easy. This game brings out my rage more than anything else, and the game is just, it's great if you haven't had an NBA game in years, but the problem with sports titles, most sports titles, is that they come out too soon, too back to back, and that's the same problem I got fatigue from the NBA series from 2K, and uh, I'm not really the one who goes out and buy these games. But it's not to say there isn't enjoyment in the game. There is some enjoyment in the game. Um, if you're a NBA fan or you're a hardcore NBA fan, I suggest you pick up this title. If you don't know how to play games, you might not want to, because this will bring out your rage. I know for a fact it brings out mine. I've broken a controller over one of these NBA games before, and it is just so frustrating and such a grind. But once you get your character back to 75 overall, it does get better, and then it becomes more like you're playing a game and play now, which I really don't see the point of in this game. Not unless I was playing multiplayer, which I'm not. I don't usually play multiplayer on NBA, but if I had to rate this from 1 to 10, I give it a 7.9. It is definitely worth checking out if you have not had an NBA game in years and you're interested. Um, but if you got last year's title, I strongly suggest you skip over the story in that one in my career and just have a lot of fun with it. This game is just not fun to me, and I will continue playing it, but it's just not as fun as last year, and I wish. The one thing I really do love in this game, a lot better than any other NBA game, is that the ball is a lot better, the way the ball moves and stuff. But then there's just, I've ran into so many glitches during the game, like in game, and it's terrible. Um, I couldn't deal with it. I'm sorry. If you're an NBA, if you love this game, and I'm sorry, it's just not my favorite. I prefer last year's. It is just such a grind, and this is the first NBA game that actually made me want to spend real world money for VC. That's how bad the grind is in this game. But uh, if you haven't had an NBA game in a while and you're interested, pick this one up. It is fun. It does have some fun elements on it. Uh, but if you have last year's title, I would not suggest to pick this up unless you're a diehard fan. I do understand there are diehard fans. So that's just my thoughts on this game. 7.9 out of 10.